So let's solve this question from the chapter Speed, Time and Distance. Sunita reaches the coaching in 25 minutes with an average speed of 14 km per hour. She wants to reach school 5 minutes later than her speed should be. So here first we'll calculate what is the distance between them, right? So distance is equal to, we have the equation speed is equal to distance divided by time, right? So distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Now speed is given as 14 and what is time? It's given as 25 minutes. Now we have to convert this minutes into hours. So 25 minutes means, so basically 1 minute is 1 by 60 hour, right? Because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 25 minutes is equal to 25 by 60 hours. So 14 into 25 by 60. Now we could cancel this out. We get 5 and 12 here. Then again we'll cancel this out. We'll get 7 and 6. And here we get 35 by 6 kilometers as the distance, right? Now she wants to reach the school 5 minutes later. So what does reaching 5 minutes later mean? It means that she takes a total of 25 plus 5 minutes, that is 30 minutes to travel, right? So now the speed becomes the distance 35 by 6 divided by the time, which is 30 by 60, because this is given in minutes, we have to find out in hour. So this becomes 1 by 2 from here, 35 into 2 by 6, 2 and 6 cancels out to be 3, and 3 and 35 we could cancel it out as 1.67 kilometer per hour. So the answer for this question is 11.67 kilometer per hour. Now let's move on to the next question. A man travels first 50 kilometers at 25 kilometer per hour, next 40 kilometers at 20 kilometer per hour, and then 90 kilometers at 15 kilometer per hour. His average speed for the whole journey is. So how do we find the average speed? The average speed is equal to the total distance traveled by the total time taken, right? So what is the total time? Let's find out the time for each journey. Let's say for the first time, T1 is equal to, we have speed equal to distance by time. So time is equal to distance by speed. We have 50 by 25, which gives us 2 hours. Then T2 is equal to 40 kilometers at 20 kilometer per hour speed, which again gives us 2 hours. And T3 is equal to 90 divided by 15, which is equal to 6 hours, right? Now, what is the average speed? Speed average is equal to total distance is 50 kilometers plus 40 kilometers plus 90 kilometer, whole divided by the total time is 2 plus 2 plus 6, right? So this is equal to 90 plus 90, 180 kilometer divided by 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 hours. So we cancel this out and we get 18 kilometer per hour. So the answer is 18 here, right? Now let's move on to the next question. A car is ahead of a scooter by 30 kilometers. Car goes at a rate of 50 km per hour and the scooter goes at a rate of 60 km per hour. So the scooter overtakes the car after. So this is a question of relative speed, right? We have the speed of car is equal to 50 km per hour. We have the speed of scooter at 60 km per hour. We have the distance to be 30 kilometers. Now, we have to calculate the time which is taken for the scooter to overtake the car. So, they are moving in the same direction. So, basically what is the speed of the car related to the scooter is equal to 60 minus 50, which is equal to 10, right, which is 10 km per hour. Now, we have to find the time. So, speed is equal to distance by time and time is equal to distance by speed, and distance is 30 kilometers and speed is 10 kilometer per hour. So we could cancel this out and we get 3 hours to be the answer. The answer is 3 hours, right? Now, a train passes two bridges of length 800 meters and 400 meters in 100 seconds and 60 seconds respectively. The length of train is. So, a train passes two bridges of length 800 meters and 400 meters in 100 seconds and 60 seconds, right? Now, the values are given in the format of meter per second. So, first of all, let's form an equation. Basically, the length of the train plus 800 meters divided by 100 seconds is equal to the speed of the train, right? How did I get this equation? Because the whole displacement here is 800 meters and the length of train in meters divided by how much time it took to cross the bridge, it's 100 seconds. So again, second time we get an equation saying that length of the train plus 400 meters divided by 60 seconds is equal to again the speed of the train, right? Now here we could equate these two equations because speed of the train is constant here. So we have LT plus 800 divided by 100 is equal to LT plus 400 divided by 60. So here we get that 60 into LT plus 800 is equal to 100 into LT plus 400, right? Now we get 60 LT plus 6 8s are 48, 48000 is equal to 100 LT plus 40000, right? Now let's take this here and there. So we get 100 LT minus 60 LT is equal to 48,000 minus 40,000. We get 40 LT is equal to 8,000. So LT is equal to 8,000 divided by 40. 4 and 0 cancels out. 4 in 800 we get 200 and the length of the train is 200 meters. So here the answer is 200 meters. Now let's move on to the next question. Two runners cover the same distance at a rate of 15 km and 16 km per hour respectively. The distance travelled when one takes 16 minutes longer than the other is. Okay, so two runners are covering the same distance. So distance is constant at a rate of 15 km and 16 km per hour. So let's say for runner 1, the speed is equal to, let's say A. Let's call the runner 1 as A. Okay. The speed is equal to 15 km per hour. And for runner B, we have speed of B is equal to 16 km per hour. Right? Now, the distance travelled when one takes 16 minutes longer than the other. So, let's say that B is taking 16 minutes longer than A or A is taking 16 minutes longer than B. Let's take this as A is taking 16 minutes longer than the second one. So, here time travelled, let's take it as T, and here we could say time travelled is equal to T minus 16 by 60, right? Which is equal to 60T minus 16 by 60. Got it? Yeah. So, we have distance as constant, right? So, what is distance? Speed is equal to distance by time. So, distance is equal to speed into time. Here we have 15 into T is equal to, the distance is constant, 16 into, we could write it as T minus 16 by 60, right? So, we have 15T is equal to 16T minus 16 into 16 is, let's see, 16 into 16, or otherwise we could cut it short from here, 16 and 60 by, let's say, 4. 4 4s are 16 and 1 4s are 4, 2 balance 15. So, we have 4 by 15. So, we could do 16 into 4, 6 4s are 24, 4 1s are 4, 5, 6. So, we get 64 by 15 here. right? So let's take this here and there. So we'll get 1t, 16t minus 15t is 1t is equal to 64 by 15 hours, right? Now the distance traveled when one takes 16 minutes longer. So now we have to calculate the distance traveled, right? Now the distance is equal to speed into time. So we'll take it as 15 into 64 by 15, right? So distance traveled is 64 kilometers. So here we got the answer as 64 kilometer. Now, okay, so here we have a question where excluding stoppages, the speed of a bus is 54 km per hour and including stoppages, it is 45 km per hour. So for how many minutes does this bus stop per hour? So first of all, let's see the LCM, the least common multiple of 54 and 45, right? So 54 and 45, the least common multiple, let's say we have 54 and 45. See the LCM. So we could do it by 3. Now 1 3s are 3 and 24, 8 3s are 24, 1 3s are 3, 5 3s are 15. Again by 3 we get 6 and 5, right? So again there is no common multiple. So this is 3 into 3, 9 into 6 into 5, which is basically 6 5s are 30, 30 into 9, 30 into 9, we have 270. So we have the LCM to be 270. So the time taken for the bus to cover this distance in first of all, for the first bus without stoppages is equal to 270 divided by 54, right? Now let's see, 54 into 5, 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25, 26, 27, yep, we get 270. So this is 5 hours and time taken with stoppages is equal to 270 divided by 45. So let's see, 45 into 6, 6 5s are 30, 6 4s are 24 and 27. So here we get 6 hours. Now what is, how many minutes does the bus stop? We get 6 hours minus 5 hours divided by the relativeness, 6 hours, right? So we get 1 by 6th of an hour, which means 1 by 6 into 60, that is equal to 10 minutes. So the answer for this question is equal to 10. Now, two persons are moving in the directions opposite to each other. The speed of both persons are 5 km per hour and 3 km per hour respectively. Find the relative speed of the two persons in respect of each other, right? So we have person A with a speed of A is equal to 5 km per hour and speed of B is equal to 3 km per hour. Now we have to find the relative speed of A with respect to B or B with respect to A, but here they are moving in the opposite direction. A is moving here and B is moving here. So the relative speed is the sum of the speed of A and sum of the speed of B, as it is moving in the opposite direction. So this is 5 plus 3, which is equal to 8 km per hour. So the answer is 8 km per hour here. Now, a train 240 meter long passes a pole in 24 seconds. How long would it take to pass a platform of 650 meter long, right? So a train 240 meters long passes a pole in 24 seconds. So a pole would be, this length of the pole would be neglected. So we have speed is equal to distance by time. So let's find the the speed of the train. So speed is equal to distance is the length of the train divided by the time taken is 24. We have 10 meter per second, which is the speed of the train. How long will it take to pass a platform of 650 meter long? So we have to find the time. So the speed we got is 10 is equal to distance is 650 plus 240 divided by the time, right? So the time is equal to 650 plus 240 is 890 divided by 10, which gives us 89 seconds. So the answer for this question is 89 seconds. Now we have a question. The distance between two towns P and Q is 240 kilometers. A motorcycle rider starts from P towards Q at 8 pm at a speed of 40 km per hour. At the same time, another motorcycle driver starts from Q towards P at 50 km per hour. At what time will they meet? So we have the distance from P to Q is equal to 240 kilometers, right? So it is given that the distance from P to Q is 240 kilometers. The biker starts from P towards Q at 8 pm. So by 9 pm, he would travel 40 kilometers, right? His speed is 40 km per hour. So for at 9 pm, 8 pm to 9 pm, he covers around 40 kilometers, right? Now, at the same time, another driver starts from Q. So, how much is the rest of the distance here? We have 200 kilometers rest, right? Then another rider starts from Q and goes till P, right? So, now the relative speed would be, here we have 50, we have 40 in the opposite direction, which is 40 plus 50, that is 90 km per hour. So, relative speed is equal to 50 plus 40, which is equal to 90 km per hour, right? Now, we have to find out the time that they will meet. So, the time taken would be the distance divided by the relative speed. So, time taken would be the distance by relative speed. So, the distance is equal to 240 minus 40, that is 200 divided by 90. So, we have 20 by 9. What is 20 by 9? We have 2 nines are 18 and 0.2 here, 2.222 hours, right? So, they meet at 8, 9, 10 and 10.222 means, let's do the division here, so we'll get a clear-cut answer. So, we have 20 by 9. So, 1 nines are 9, 2 nines are 18. So, 2 here, right? So, which gives us 2 into 2 by 9, right? So, what is 2 hours added to 8 is 10. Then 2 by 9 of an hour is equal to, we'll cut by 3, 20, 40 by 3, which is equal to 1, 3 is a 3, and we have 10 here, so 3, we have around 10, 13, right? They will meet at around 10, 30. Now, so a car travels 25 km an hour faster than a bus. It takes 10 hours less journey of 500 kilometers. The speed of car and bus are given by respectively. So we have the speed of car is equal to x and the speed of bus is equal to x minus 25, right? Now, if I'm saying the time taken by the car to cover the whole distance is 500 by x, then the time taken by the bus to cover the whole distance is 500 by x minus 25. So, this have a difference of 10 hours, right? So, we could write it as 500 by x plus 10 is equal to 500 by x minus 25, right? So, taking this on the other side, we have 10 is equal to 500 by x minus 25 minus 500 by x, right? So, 10 is equal to, I'm taking 500 as common here, we'll get 1 by x minus 25 minus 1 by x. So, we'll do the calculation here. We could take 10 by 500 is equal to x minus x plus 25, because negative and negative becomes positive, by x into x minus 25, right? X and x cancels out, so we get So we get 1 by 50 is equal to 25 by x into x minus 25, right? So we'll take this cross multiply this here and here. So we'll get x into x minus 25 is equal to 25 into 50, right? So we'll get this as 1250. 25 into 5 is 125. We'll get it as 1250. Now let's expand this, right? So this becomes x square minus 25x. So again we'll take this on the other side, we'll get x square minus 25x minus 1250 is equal to 0, right? Now let's see what the product of this are. What is the values of x? How do we find the values of x? We get the quadratic equation here, right? So now we find the result of a quadratic equation, right? So we have x square minus 25x minus 1250. 25x minus 1250 is equal to 0. So the equation for this is, we have ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? So what is b? This is the b term, a is this term and the coefficient of this term, and c is this term, right? Now let's find the value of x. X is equal to minus of negative b is plus b, so we get 25 plus or minus root of b square. What is the square of 25? The square of 25 is 625. We could do it if you want to. 25 into 25, 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10 and 12, we get 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4 and 5, we get 5, 2 and 6, we get 625 here. So b square minus 4 into a is 1, into c is negative 1250, right? Whole divided by 2 times 1, which is a. So we get it as 25 plus or minus root of 625 plus, what is 1250 into 4? 125 into 4 is 4 5s are 20, 4 2s are 8, 9, 10, 4 1s are 4 and 5. So we get 5, 0, 0 and we have one more 0 here, 0 by 2. So again 25 plus or minus root of 5625 divided by 2. Let's find the root of 5625. So is it divisible by 3? Let's see. 6 plus 2 is 8 and 5 plus 5 is 10. Yes, it is divisible by 3. So 1 3 is 3, 26. We have 8 3s are 24. We have 22, 7 3s are 21, 1 balance 15 and 5 3s are 15. Now is this divisible by 3? Let's see. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16, 16 plus 5 is 21, yes it is divisible by 3. So 6 3s are 18, then 2 3s are 6, 1 5 and 5. So is this divisible by 3 now? 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13. So it's not divisible by 3, it's divisible by 5 though, right? 1 5s are 5, 2 5s are 10, 25 and 5. Again it's divisible by 5. We get 2 5s are 10, 25 and 5. Again it's divisible by 5. We get 5 here. Again by 5 we get 1. So this becomes 3 into 5 into 5. 25 into 3 is 75. So we get 25 plus or minus 75 by 2. So where are we getting the two answers and how are we getting the two answers? We get two answers, first of all by doing 25 plus 75 by 2, or otherwise the answer is 25 minus 75 by 2. which is equal to 75 plus 25 is 100 by 250, or 25 minus 75, let's take minus 50 by 2, that is minus 25. Minus just means it's in the opposite direction. So the answer of this question would be 25 and 50. That is, the difference should be 25, right? 25 and 50, the one should be the double of the other, right? Let's see whether there is something where is the other one is 25 greater than this. So 35 plus 25 is 60. So 60 and 35 is the right pair. Okay, let's move on to the next question, where two trains running in opposite directions cross a man standing on the platform in 54 seconds and 34 seconds respectively, and they cross each other in 46 seconds. Find the ratio of their speeds, right? So let's consider the speed of train A to be x and speed of train B to be y, right? So what is speed? Speed is equal to the length of train A divided by the time taken, which is 54 seconds, and here y is equal to length of train B divided by 34 seconds, right? So what is length of train A? Length of train A is equal to 45x, and length of train B is equal to 34y, right? So we are finding the time here, and we have the equation speed is equal to distance by time. So we have time here, so time is equal to distance by speed, right? So what is the distance here? The time we have here is 46 seconds. So 46 is equal to the total distance covered is, the distance is 54x plus 34y, right? We have 54x plus 34y divided by x plus y. X plus y is the sum of the speed, right? So we get 46 times x plus y is equal to 54x plus 34y, right? So we have 46x plus 46y is equal to 54x plus 34y, right? Now let's subtract x from x. We have 54x minus 46x is equal to, we'll take this here, we have 34y, or we took the 46 here, right? Or 46y minus 34y, right? So what is 54 minus 46? We have 14 and we have 4 here. Now 6 plus 8 is 14, right? So 8x is equal to 46 minus 34. We have 2 and 1, which is 12y. Now we have to find the ratio of x's to y, right? So x by y would be equal to 12 by 8. Now we'll cancel this out by 4. We get 3 is to 2, right? 4, cancelling 4 from 12 and 8, we get 3 by 2. So x and y is in the ratio 3 is to 2. Now let's move on to the next question. A man covers first 120 kilometers of his journey at 40 km per hour, next 145 km at 58 km per hour, and last 35 km per half kilometer per hour. This is actually half kilometer per hour. Find his average speed during the whole journey. So first of all, let's calculate the time taken for each of these things. So in the first interval, time is equal to, we have speed equals distance by time. So time equal to distance divided by speed, right? So distance is 120 kilometer and speed is 40 kilometer per hour. So we cancel this out and we get 3 hours, right? Now T2 is equal to, we have 145 kilometers here and divided by 58 kilometer per hour. So let's see whether this is divisible, which would be not, but still we could see, right? 58 into 5 is 40, 25 plus 4 is 290, it's too much, right? So 58 into 3, 8 3s are 24, 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, no, again too much. 58 into 2, 8 2s is 16, 2 5s are 10 and 11, 116, right? So this would be 2.145 minus 116. It's 15 here. This becomes 3. We get 29, right? Now 290. We get 2.5 here. 290 is 5 times, right? So here it is 2.5 hours, and T3 is equal to last 35 kilometers in 1.5 hours, right? So it is 1 by 2 here, which is equal to 35 into half an hour means 1 by 2 hour, right? So what does it become? 35 into 2, that is 70 hours, right? Now, what is the average of this? We have total distance covered, which is 120 plus 145 plus 35 divided by the total time taken, which is 3 plus 2.5 plus 70, right? So let's calculate this, which is 120 plus 145 plus 35. We get 10 here. So 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10. Again, we get 3. So this is equal to 300 divided by, we have 73, 75.5, right? 75.5. Now let's cancel this out by 5. We have 6 5s are 30, 60 we have, 1 5s are 5, 25 and 15.1, right? Now this would be approximately equal to how much times? Let's see. Again, we are cancelled out by 5. We get 1 5s are 5, then we get 1 0 12, and here we have 3 5s are 15. Again 3 0 and 2. This would be equal to, so this would be approximately equal to 40. So the answer is actually 40 kilometer per hour, right? Let's move on to the next question. A boat covers a certain distance downstream in 3 hours and it covers the same distance upstream in 5 hours. If the speed of the boat is 8 km per hour in still water, find the speed of the stream. So here is a boat, right? We have a boat here and this water is still. Now we have a flow upstream and downstream, right? Now a boat covers certain distance downstream in 3 hours and it covers the same distance upstream in 5 hours, right? So a boat is covering X distance in 3 hours. And what is the speed here? Let's say ST is the still water, or the, the speed of water, like the still water, and we'll subtract the flow of downstream water. Subtract or add, you could do anything. The answer will change accordingly, just the signs. You will still get the answer. Now, we have the same distance covered in 5 hours when it goes upstreams. So we go upstreams. If the speed of the boat is 8 km per hour in still water, so ST is given. So we have X by 3 is equal to 8 minus SD, and X by 5 is equal to 8 plus SU, right? We have to find the speed of the stream. The speed of the stream, this would be equal. So we have X minus 3 is equal to 8 minus S, and we have X by 5 is equal to 8 plus S, right? So we have X is equal to 8 3s are 24 minus 3S, right? Now here X is equal to 8 5s are 40 plus 5S. So we'll equate this. We get 24 minus 3S is equal to 40 plus 5S, right? We add this here or subtract it here. Anything we can do. So 24 minus 40 is equal to 5 plus 3S, 5S plus 3S, right? So what is 40 minus 24? We get 10 here, we get 3 here, 1 and 6. So 16 or minus 16 is equal to 8S, and we get S is equal to minus 16 by 8, which is equal to minus 2. Minus just indicates the direction of this thingy. So it's 2 km per hour. 2 km per hour is the answer for this question. Now, Keshav completes a journey of 360 kilometers in 5 3/4 hour in a car. If he covers the first 3/4 of the journey at 60 km per hour, find the speed of the car for the balance of the journey. So, Keshav completes a journey of 360 kilometers in 5 3/4 hours in a car. So, let's see the complete journey. Let's consider the complete journey, right? Now, for the complete journey, the total distance covered is equal to 360 kilometers and time taken for this is 5 3/4 hours, which is equal to 23/4 hour, right? Now, if he covers the first, so let's find the speed here. Speed is equal to distance divided by time, right? So this becomes 360 into 4 by 23, right? Now, if he covers first 3/4 of the journey at 60 km per hour, so he is covering first 3/4 of the journey at 60 km per hour. So what is 3/4 of the journey means? It means that 3/4 of 360. So this cuts out to be 90, 9 3s are 27 and 270 kilometers. He covers 270 kilometers in 60 km per hour speed. His speed was 60 km per hour. Find the speed of the car for the balance of the journey, right? So we have to find the, okay. Now, how much time is it taken to complete this one? So speed is equal to distance by time and time is equal to distance by speed. So distance is 270 by speed is 60. We can cancel this out and we cancel this out by 3. We get 9 3s are and we get 4.5 hours, right? So in 5 3/4 hours, 5 3/4 is what? Let's see, 5.75, right? 5.75 hours, 4 hours he took for the 3/4 of the journey, right? So what is the new time here? New time is equal to 5.75 minus 4.5, right? So we'll get 5.75 minus 4.5, 5 2 1. So the rest of the time is 1.25, or we could say that 1/4 or like 5/4, anything we can call it, right? T dash is that. So the amount of distance to be covered, X dash is equal to 360 minus 270, right? Because 270 he already covered. So 360 minus 270, 0. This is 16 and this becomes 2, and 7 plus 9 is 16. So this we get as 90. So X dash is equal to 90, right? Now the new speed or the rest of the speed is equal to distance covered by time taken. Time taken is 5/4 hour, which is equal to 90 into 4/5. Now 5 and 90 cuts out, 1 5s are 5, 48. So we get the answer to be 18 into 4, 8 4s are 32, 3 balance, 4 1s are 4 and 7, we get 72 km per hour to be the answer. Now, a car is traveling at an average speed of 60 km per hour. How much distance will it travel in 20 seconds? So, a car is traveling at an average speed of 60 km per hour. So, average speed is equal to 60 km per hour. How much distance will it travel in 20 seconds? We have time to be 20 seconds. So, let's convert this into meter per second. So, 60 into 5/18, right? So, we could cancel this out by 3. We get 20 here and 6 here. Again, cancelling this out by 2, we get 50/3. So, let's see. We get 50/3 as the speed. Now, we have to calculate the distance it travels in 20 seconds. Speed is equal to distance by time. So, distance is equal to speed into time. So, speed is 50/3 into time is equal to 20. So 5 2s are 10 and we have 2 zeros divided by 3, right? So this would be equal to 3 3s are 9, 1 0, 3 3s are 9, again 1 0, 3 3s are 9, 0.33. So 333.33 is the answer for this question, right? Let's move on to the next question. A train 360-meter long is running at a speed of 45 km per hour. How much time will it take to cross a platform 140-meter long? A train 360-meter long is running at a speed of 45 km per hour. How much time will it take to cross a platform of 140-meter long, right? So let's calculate. We have the length of train to be 360 meters, right? Now we have the speed here, which is 45 km per hour, and we have the length of the platform to be 140 meters. So the answer is in seconds. So we need to convert this 45 km per hour speed into 5 by 18 because we are converting this into meter per second, right? So cutting 3 from each, so we get 6 and 1 3 is a 3 and 1 5, 5 3s are 15. Again we'll cut 3 from here, we get 5 3s are 15 and 2 here, we get 25 by 2 here to be the speed, meter per second, right? Now we have to find the time, right? So speed is equal to distance by time. So time is equal to distance by speed. So what is the distance here? Distance is equal to 140 plus 360, right? Now let's find the speed. No, let's find the time. Time is equal to, what is 140 plus 360? We have 0, 10, 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 500 divided by 25 by 2 is the time taken. No, the speed, 25 by 2. So we have 500 into 2 by 25. So 25 and 50, 500, we have 2 and 0. So we get 40 seconds to be the answer for this question. 40 seconds is the answer. Now, a car is moving at an average speed of 36 km per hour. How much distance will it cover in 7.5 hours, right? So the average speed of a car is 36 km per hour. So speed of car is given as 36 km per hour. Now we have time given as 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours is equal to, let's say 7.5 hours, right? Now we have to find the distance. So speed is equal to distance by time and distance is equal to speed into time, right? So speed is 36 into 7.5, right? So 36 into 75, 6 5s are 30, 3 balance, 5 3s are 15 plus 3 is 18, 6 7s are 42, 7 3s are 21, 21 plus 4 is 25, 0 0, 6 and 7, 2 7 0 0. So 2 7 0 0 and 1 point we get 270 kilometers, right? Now moving on to the next question. Rachna cycles to her school at an average speed of 12 km per hour. It takes her 20 minutes to reach the school. If she wants to reach the school in 15 minutes, what should be her average speed? So Rachna cycles to her school at an average speed of 12 km per hour, right? And she takes 20 minutes to reach the school. So time taken is 20 minutes. That means 20 by 60 hours, right? That gives us, she takes 1 by 3 hour. 1 by 3 hours to reach the school. So let's calculate the distance of her school from her place, right? So speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is equal to speed into time. So speed is 12 and time is 1 by 3. So we get 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers is the distance. So let's find the new time. It's said that she have to reach the school in 15 minutes. So 15 minutes is equal to 15 by 60 hours, right? So let's cancel this out by 5. So 5 3s are 15, 1 5s are 5, 10 and 12, and we get 1 by 4 hours, right? So 1 by 4 hours is here. Now we have to find the average speed. Again, the new average speed she should have. So we have the distance to be traveled to be 4 and the time is 1 by 4. So 4 into 4 is equal to 16 kilometer per hour. So the answer is 16 kilometer per hour. Now moving on to the next question. A cyclist travels X kilometers in 2.5 hours. So he travels X kilometers in 2.5 hours means 2.5 hours, right? So this is the speed of the cyclist. Find the number of kilometers he can travel in Y minutes. So X by 2.5 is the speed and the distance is equal to 2.5 times the speed, right? Now find the number of kilometers he can travel in Y minutes. So in Y minutes, the distance is same, the speed is equal to, okay, we know that the speed is X by 2.5, right? The distance is X only. Now we have to find the number of kilometers he can travel in Y minutes. So speed is equal to distance by time. So to find distance, we have to multiply speed into time, right? So distance X remains constant. So X would be equal to, no, we have to find the new X, right? So X dash would be equal to the speed of the cyclist is X by 2.5 and the time taken is equal to Y, right? So this would be equal to X into Y by 2.5, right? So X into Y by 2.5. This is 2.5 hours. So this means that how many minutes? X into Y by, we have to express it in minutes, right? 2 hours is equal to 120 minutes and half an hour equal to 30 minutes. So this becomes 150 minutes. So the answer is X into Y by 150, right? The answer becomes X into Y by 150. Now, a certain distance is covered at a certain speed. If half of the distance is covered in double time, the ratio between the two speeds is. So first of all, let's see speed 1. The speed is equal to a certain distance is covered in certain time. So this is the speed. If half of the distance is covered in double the time. So what is the new speed here? Half of the distance, that is X by 2, is covered in double the time, that is 2t, which gives us X by 4t, right? We have to find the ratio between S and S dash here, that is the ratio of two speeds. S by S dash is equal to X by T divided by X by 4t, right? This becomes X by T into 4t by X. So this X and X cancels out, T and T cancels out, we get 4 by 1. So S by S dash is equal to 4 by 1, that is the ratio is 4:1. So these were the few questions from the chapter speed, time and distance. I hope the concepts are all clear. Now let's wind up the session.